Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Hope that you are having a wonderful one out there today. Thank you so much for clicking on the video, showing up and stopping by, sliding on in. Today we're listening to Dixie Dregs. We're going to listen to this track, Odyssey. This is going to be off of their second studio album, What If, which was released in 1978. We're listening to this track because it was suggested and sponsored by R. Gray. Thank you so much for the support and for the suggestion. And I see that it was also recommended by Greg Jones, James W., Warren Bitters, and Buddy Stewart. So thank you guys so much for the suggestion on this one. You know what? Odyssey, I'm moving aside from Dixie Dregs for a second. I'm working my way through trying to read some classical books. I have Moby Dick that I need to start. But I would like to actually read the Odyssey because, I think in school, we didn't, my grade, I can't speak for everybody, but when I was in school, we didn't read the Odyssey. We read Dante's Inferno, which I loved. I love Dante's Inferno. But I never actually got around to reading the Odyssey. I've watched the movies. I know the story. I know it all and everything. But I never actually got around to it. Need to do that. I love the 90s, miniseries of the Odyssey. It's one of my favorite watches. I put that on every once in a while. When he gets back home, my cheese, my wine. All right. Let's go ahead and listen to this song. We'll talk about it after. The track, I should say. There's no lyrics. This is instrumental. Here we go. Chunky melody. This is so Dream Theater before they were even a thing. It's acting kind of like the Odyssey. It's intense story. It's a gorgeous moment. Yes. This is a mood. It's a playful one. That's fun. This is hitting a lot of things. A lot of places. I like that little build-up. I do like this little shark riff. Okay, I have some things to say about this track. I went through many an emotion while listening to this. And a lot of you know me by now, and you can kind of figure out what I like, what I don't like, and I think you're already going to know where I'm kind of leading with this. In the beginning of this track, first of all, the track is called Odyssey. It's a long journey. It's a journey. This one's not that long, 7 minutes. Big whoop, right? It's not that long of a journey. But they put you through some things. They take you from one place to another, just like your Odysseus. They take you from, what was his name? Scylla and Sharp, whatever their names were, to the witch Circe or whatever her name was. Then they take you back to Ithaca. Then Poseidon's just taking you all around, okay? He's exacting his vengeance on you. You're going through all these different scenes, and the group does a fantastic job instrumentally of putting you in these different places. I'm sure they probably had an idea, maybe even a light idea of perhaps literally putting, okay, this section here is going to, relate to Scylla and Charybdis or whatever that thing's name was. And this section here is going to relate to the Witch's Island. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm reaching too far into it. But regardless, I do appreciate how they really did make each moment sound like its own section, its own song, its own track, its own piece of music, its own theme within this 7-minute track. I thought that was really cool. Now, part of me was like, okay, the beginning, it's chaotic, it's progressive, it sounds like Dream Theater before Dream Theater were even dreamed of. Right? Right. After the guitar, obviously. This part. that is just progressive jazz fusion. That's just going off. I'm like, okay, cool. I really like the guitar, by the way, in the middle, kind of setting up an epic soaring journey. I'm like, okay, so we got that progressive, chaotic, all the time signatures. Cool, we've heard that, right? And then it hits this. I'm like, ooh. And then violin comes in, and I'm like, ooh. That hits just right. And so in my mind, the way that I'm thinking, okay, so it's going to bounce back and forth between that really gorgeous passage that just sounds home, and it's going to bounce between that and the chaotic opening or something similar. And yes, on some hands it does do that, but on the other hand, it actually doesn't whatsoever. Once again, Steve Morse is going to be on here playing the guitar and banjo, and that beautiful violin is performed by Alan Sloan. Just absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous violin over on top of that guitar. I think that's the standout, right? And then as this goes on, I couldn't remember exactly when it happens. This beautiful moment is basically shattered. It's basically broken. And just rips into this. And then back to it. So I'm like half correct. I'm like, okay, we do get a back and forth, but it's not exactly how I thought it was going to be handled. And at first I'm like, wow, you just put nails in my Rice Krispies, right? And you did that shift. Like, yes, this sounds cool, but does it fit? And I'm like, no, it doesn't fit. And I still don't think it fits. But I gotta say, while on one hand, I would have loved for this track to maybe been a little longer, maybe for it to be, instead of 7 minutes, 30 seconds, maybe like hit 11 minutes, so that each theme could be expanded on just a little bit more. Because I did think each individual section sounded really cool. There's also the part of me that was like, this is kind of fun. Out of everything, this is fun to listen to. And I love this part. There is a fun adventure to be had listening to this track. And I actually liked this more than I thought I would as it was going on, because I thought all these changes, which I don't usually like these kind of changes that happen from theme to theme. It's still hodgepodge. It's still putting and stitching things together that shouldn't make sense, and they don't make sense. But I like it. And there's nothing else to say to that. And I love the way the drums end this thing. Big dramatic. That's Rod Morgenstein handling drums there. I actually really enjoyed this track much more than I kind of initially thought I would, because I really thought that it's kind of stitched together, and it is, but it's fun, and who can deny fun in whichever form it takes? Who can deny a little bit of fun? I can't, and I won't try to. Let me know what you guys thought of it, of course, in the comments down below. I appreciate you all watching. I thank you all so much for being here. Thank you once again, I cannot speak, Argray, for the recommendation and for the support here as well on the Buy Me a Coffee. Really appreciate that a lot. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Come back tomorrow, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.